Pop in the chat, everyone. Tell me where in the world you are dialing in from. Hi, guys. So excited to do this look. Italy. Oh my God, two people from Italy, Germany, Netherlands, Manchester. I love Manchester. I cannot wait for a big night out in Manchester when we can. It's one of my favorite cities. Amazing. Well, hi guys. I'll give it just a couple of minutes just for everyone to join. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Helen. I'm part of the UK Pro team. I'm really, really excited to be doing this live for you guys tonight. We're going to be going through a real classic kind of Hollywood-esque look, like an old school kind of Hollywood look, which I think is one of my favorite sort of styles of makeup to do. That was definitely my go-to back in the day, like a gorgeous liner and red lip look. So I'm really, really excited to be taking you through this today. Hi guys. Oh my God, so many people all over the world. Crazy. New York City, also my favorite place on the planet as well. I wish I could go to New York. Nottingham. I'm from Nottingham as well. So hello. So guys, I think without further ado, I'm gonna get started on the look. So Charlotte Tilbury is so sort of famous for that real red carpet, sort of Hollywood style of makeup. So we're really gonna deep dive into a classic sort of Hollywood look today. Definitely pop all of your questions into the comments. I'll do my absolute best to answer as many as I can. One of the chat people is going to pop my Instagram into the chat for you guys as well. So definitely tag me in any terrible half application makeup images. I always get pull the worst faces, I think, on these lives. So feel free to upload and tag me in those. But it's makeup by Helen Rose _. So without further ado, guys, I'm gonna get started. So as you can see, I've already got my base on. So the product that I've used for my base, of course, is Charlotte's iconic Magic Cream. Always do skin, like never ever do skin without this. It's absolutely essential, I think, for creating that really flawless, plumped canvas to kind of work with on top of with your makeup. Then I've used the amazing Airbrush Flawless Foundation in shade 2N. Which gives me pretty much a perfect match. It does actually warm me up just a little bit, but I don't like to be too fair. Even though I am super pale, I do like to have a little bit of natural warmth. And then I use the amazing Hollywood Flawless Filter. So I'm going to just top this up for you guys because I think for like Hollywood and red carpet makeup, this is such an iconic product. And obviously we've got Valentine's Day literally just around the corner. So you guys have to tell me, like, what are your plans for V-Day? Are you doing date night or mate night? I'm gonna be doing a date night, although I would absolutely love a mate night at the moment because I miss my friends. But I'm doing a nice mate night, and what I'm doing now is I'm just patting the Hollywood Flawless filter in, and it's almost like a skin gloss in a bottle. So it's such an incredible product that you can use completely on its own. You can use it underneath foundation, you can mix it in, and you can use it as a highlighter as well. So especially for kind of like Hollywood red carpet, I think it's all about that really ethereal, gorgeous, sort of healthy looking skin. So Hollywood Flawless filter definitely achieves that, and you can see that amazing, almost like wet look glow that gives on top of the cheekbone. And then I'm going to go in with my favorite product contour, which is the amazing Hollywood Contour Wand. So this is really, really amazing for creating those killer Hollywood cheekbones, and so quick and easy to use as well. So I'm just going to go straight in with this, and I'll do it kind of half and half at first so that you can see the difference between the two. And I know that you guys are going to look at this and be like, oh my God, that looks so scary. But honestly, when you buff into it, and I'm using the Hollywood complexion brush, this is actually what I used to put my foundation on as well. And look, literally look how that just melts into the skin. And I have quite a roval sort of shape to my face, so I need to really sort of define my cheekbones. And honestly, it just melts away. Like, everyone's always so scared of it when they see this color. So this is the shade Fair to Medium. And I would say that fair to medium would kind of work up to like a shade, maybe 6 or 7 within the Airbrush or the Magic foundation range, or Light Wonder. And then a really great alternative to this product I'll show you in a second, because we're out of stock of the darker shade of this one, which is more of a kind of bronzy tone. You can see that this one's very much a cool kind of tone. And someone asked what shade I'm using in the filter. It was shade number 1 that I used in the filter, and we've just launched loads of new shades of that. But we do this amazing product called the Airbrush Bronzer, which is such an amazing alternative to this. I might even layer a little bit of the bronzer over the top just to intensify the product. But like I said, red carpet and Hollywood is all about like that real killer kind of bone structure, but also very, very seamless as well. And guys, we've got an amazing member of Team Tilbury, Laura, that's working in the chat box. So anything that you guys miss, just keep an eye out, because she's going to be tagging products and shades throughout the masterclass as well. Oh my God, cheekbones are like my go-to thing. They're the thing that make me feel like confident when I do my makeup. Like, I feel like everyone has that one thing that gives them that real confidence boost, and for me it's definitely putting my contour on, because it gives me that sort of definition that I definitely don't have naturally. The alternative product to the contour wand, if you were looking for a slightly darker shade or if you're wanting a powder, is the amazing Airbrush Flawless bronzer. This is a really, really great product. We do this in 4 different shades. I have here the shade, this is the shade number 2, which I could just about get away with, but it is quite bronze. And then shade number 3 would be the most similar to the medium to dark, I would say, in the contour wand, which gives you like a really, really nice warm bronzy tone, and you would just use it in exactly the same way. So what I tend to do is kind of place it just above the hollow part of my cheek and then sort of blend into it. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my amazing Spotlight wand. I've obviously already used my Hollywood Flawless filter, but because we're doing Hollywood red carpet, like, we've got to really go for the glow. And oh my God, look at that product. This, I've always say that I feel like this needs sound effects when this goes on, like, ah, like angels need to be singing when this goes on. Like, look at that amazing glow. And it's this incredible kind of wet look, like rose gold finish. It's so beautiful, so sheer. And I'm just popping that on top of my cheekbone and then pressing it in with my Hollywood complexion brush again. The best brush to use with this highlighter, I would say definitely the Hollywood complexion brush is amazing, but I also love to just use my fingertips with this one, to be completely honest with you. I'm just going onto the tip of my nose and in between my brows as well, to kind of complement my nose shape. We do this in a shade called Goldgasm, and Pillow Talk Intense as well, which is amazing if you are more of like a medium, a tan or a deep skin tone. So you still get that amazing texture, but it's like a little bit of a richer tone that works really, really well for more of a tan or a deep skin tone. Oh my God, look at that glow, guys. I'm just obsessed. And like I said, like, Hollywood cheekbones it's all about definition, but it's very much a seamless kind of look. So definitely be careful that you don't kind of go too crazy when you're wanting to create that really effortless sort of Hollywood look. So we're going to go on to the eyes now. So we will add blusher at the end, but we always add blush last, so that we can really sort of judge how much or how little color and product to add. It's really that finishing touch. The highlighter was called Spotlight wand, guys. It's if you guys don't have this, it's absolutely insane. I would definitely recommend it. So we have these amazing new palettes called the Hollywood Flawless Filter Palettes. I'm going to take you through and show you some of them, and I kind of want you guys to help me pick the tone that I'm going to go for. So we have the amazing Eyes of a Star palette, which is this incredible, this is almost like a kind of greeny gold. It's like an old gold, copper, and then 2 like really, really gorgeous chocolatey browns. And honestly, the textures on these are amazing, because they're almost like a kind of foiled wet look pigment. They're so amazing. So this one's a really nice kind of mid-tone warm palette. Then we have the amazing Diva Light. Oh my God, look at this palette, guys. I'm a little bit low-key obsessed with this. Look at that color. Like, it is insane. It almost looks wet. Like, it's so, so, so gorgeous. So this is Diva Lights, and this is definitely like a smoky palette because you get that darker shade in there as well. Then you get that beautiful, bright highlighting tone, that copper, that rich gold, and then that darker black. And then I do have to say that this is my favorite. This is the Star Aura palette. It's very well used, as you can see. This one is really, really amazing for definitely like a fair to medium skin tone. It's very, very subtle. And you've got kind of like a soft gold, a beautiful champagne pink, a warmer gold, and then almost like a bronzy kind of gold as well. And even though they look quite sort of like similar tones, they create such an amazing depth to the eye. So I can see a lot of requests for either Star Aura or Diva Lights. I feel like I'm gonna mix it up today, guys. I'm gonna go for Diva Lights. I think Diva Lights is gonna look really amazing with this look. So the first thing that I want to do, and this is a really top tip I want to share with you guys, if anyone uses the the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, one thing I always really like to do for myself, and when I'm doing like clients, celebrity clients, models, that kind of thing with the pro team, is I pop a little bit on the back of my hand and I pick it up onto my fingertip, and then I just press it onto my lids. And I find that this works really, really amazingly as a base, and it's very, very buttery. And actually this is one of Charlotte's favorite things to do when she's doing makeup as well. Like, she always loves to use AFF as a base because it really provides an amazing sort of smooth canvas to work on top of. So I'm just going to press this all over my lid, and it really helps to kind of even up and brighten the tone as well and act as an amazing base. Then I'm literally going to be keeping it simple with brushes, guys. I'm such a lazy makeup artist, I'll say, and I love that Charlotte has quite a restricted amount of brushes in her range. It's very much sort of less is more when it comes to brushes. So the first thing that I want to do is take my little blender brush, and I'm going to go into that first shade, and I'm going to start to spread this across my lid. So your brush with this kind of sort of formula and this kind of shadow is going to give you quite a light coverage of product. Can you see how that's only creating sort of a very, very sheer wash of color? So sometimes with products like this, I love to just pick it up onto my fingers and whack it on, because it really does just pack that product onto the lid. So it gives you that instant kind of color payoff. And then I always sort of diffuse upwards towards my brow bone. So I don't want it to meet my brow bone. I just want to diffuse it upwards with my brush. And then the same on the other side. So packing that prime, that first shade onto the lid. And I'm using Diva Lights, guys, which is amazing. And the great thing, the way that I'm going to show you how to use this product as well today is you can recreate this look with any of our luxury quads. So it's super, super easy to follow, even if you don't have this palette or you like the look of one of the other palettes as well. Like, how beautiful is this color? This is so gorgeous. Even just on its own, this would be stunning. Perfect. And then what I want to do is I'm going to take a slightly smaller brush, the smudger brush, and I'm going to pick up a load of product onto my brush, and then I'm going to take the amazing airbrush setting spray and I'm going to spritz it onto the brush. Now what this does is it really gives the product something to grip onto, and it's going to create like a foiled, like, look at that intensity that creates. It's so beautiful. And I'm going to pop that right onto that inner corner of my eye. And the setting spray is so amazing because it's long wearing as well. So it means that it's going to make your makeup like really bond to your skin and your eye. So I'm just really opening and brightening that inner corner for that sort of Hollywood-esque, beautiful, bright, open eye. Oh, love this. Love this so much. I feel like this would be a really, really good date night look for sure, or mate night for Valentine's Day. Okay, so this is the bit I'm excited about, is this amazing coppery tone. So I'm going to go in with this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack it onto my lid. So I'm building it on top of that color that I've used first, and I'm pressing it on quite loosely, and then with my brush, once I've again distributed the product, I'm going to start to blend into this. And this is where I can start to really wing my eye shape outwards. So I'm kind of creating that more extended shape to my otherwise quite round eye. And my best tip I can give you guys when it comes to kind of shaping with your eyeshadow is actually having a clean brush spare and having that to kind of diffuse the edges. And someone's just asked about the hooded eye masterclass. We have one coming up, I think, off the top of my head, it's maybe next week or the week after. But if you keep an eye out, I know it's definitely coming up very, very soon. So keep an eye out for it. I've got a little bit of a hooded eye, especially on my outer corner. I've angled my camera so it's slightly below my chin. So it helps with that. But when I kind of look forward, I've definitely got a little bit of that outer hang on the outer corner of my eye. So my best advice would be to really just work with your natural shape, keep your eyes open, and really work with any kind of natural folds that you can see on your eyes. So don't try and avoid them, work with them. So on the other side, I'm taking that shade again and packing it onto my lid. And then with my blending brush, I'm just going to start to diffuse this upwards and outwards. And I just love this shade so much. It's so gorgeous. It's like a really gorgeous sort of soft, peachy, pinky shade. And I'm definitely going to intensify this in a second, guys, with the setting spray and really, really, really dial it up. And now I'm going to take my smudger brush again into that same shade, and I'm going to run it along my lower lash line. So I really want to frame my eyes. And I think when you're doing makeup for the red carpet, like, you always want to make the eyes like really, really pop. So I always kind of run it all the way along that lower lash line. And this color is absolutely amazing for all skin tones as well. Like, this palette is incredible for more of like a medium tan or darker skin tone as well. Like, it's just so versatile. And because it's got those more sort of warm shades in it, it's really going to help to make my blue eyes pop, because it's a great sort of contrasting tone to, it's a great contrasting tone to any eye color, to be honest, but coppery tones especially are amazing for blue, green, hazel eyes, but it does look absolutely amazing on brown as well. Okay, so another top tip with eyeshadow blending, guys, is the Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder. This is absolutely, again, just like I was saying with the Spotlight Wand, everyone needs this in their life. It's absolutely amazing. This is our sort of world famous iconic face powder. It's got sort of like a very natural skin finish to it, so it's very, very authentic looking on the skin. And what I love to do with this is take some onto a clean blending brush and actually use this to diffuse my shadow. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but it just gets rid of like any edges on the look. It's just so beautiful, so easy to work with, and it's so forgiving as well. Like, if you struggle with your eyeshadow, like, this is honestly such an amazing technique to use. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my sort of smoky shade, and I'm just going to start to build this onto the outer corner of the eye. So I'm just packing this on the outer part of my lid to start to create a soft smokiness. Just pressing it on with my blending brush. And then I want to sort of smoke out my lash line a little bit. So because I'm going to be doing a red lip, I don't want to go too crazy on my eyes. A lot of people always ask you know, should I wear both? Should I do smoky eye and a red lip? And I think it's totally up to you. I feel like it's very dependent on the person, on the model, on your face, your personal preferences. For me, because I have quite sort of large, like round features, it's a little bit too much for me to have a full eye and a full lip. So I tend to kind of dial up one or the other, but 100% if you have the confidence to do both, and you feel it suits you, then you can definitely do that. So I'm taking now the little eyeliner brush into that final shade, that define sort of black shade, and I'm going to do the same again with my setting spray onto my brush, and I'm going to start to sort of wiggle this into my lash line. Look at the intensity that creates straight away. And this is such a like quick and easy way of doing sort of like a cheat eyeliner. I am going to be using the Exaggerize Duo as well, but I'm just smoothing that across my lid, and then I'm going to take my little smudger brush again, and I'm going to kind of blend into it so that it really maintains that sort of smoky feel. So pretty. And now we're going to do the same on the other side. And it's got to be a wing, guys, hasn't it? If I'm doing Hollywood, I've got to give you guys a wing for sure. But I would always, even if I was doing a pencil or a liquid liner, I always kind of smoke out the lashes first with a smokier shade, because I feel like it creates a very sort of dreamy, lifted look to the lashes. Am I going to run out of time? Am I talking too much? I can do this in 8 minutes, guys. Okay, so we're going on to the liner now. So I'm going to be using the amazing Exaggerize Duo. We love the talking. Thank you, Patricia. I always talk too much. I always get told off because I run over on my events. So I'm going to take the first shade. So it's a double-ended liner. It's really amazing. So quick and easy to use. Super long wearing as well. And I'm just going to intensify my highlights on my inner corner of my eye. And I love to kind of run this along my lash line as well. So this is just going to intensify that brightness on the inner corner of the eye. Fabulous. I'm going to give you a really quick baby wing. So I've already sort of smoked out my lash line. So I just want to add a little tiny flick on the end. So I always do this again with my eyes open. And I pretty much just create a little sort of triangle shape on the outer corner of my eye, and it's always sort of little baby strokes. That wasn't bad, guys, for like a 10-second wing. And the same on the other side. And this is again when I'm talking about sort of working with your natural eye shape. If you close your eye, you can kind of distort the shape a little bit. So that's why I always do it with eyes open. Little baby flicks for you. I'm going to cheat a little bit and leave it at that, because I am running out of time because I'm talking way too much. So I'm going to go on to my mascara now. Legendary Lashes. This is probably a little bit taboo because Pillow Talk mascara is so popular, but this is my favorite mascara. It is insane. This is the Legendary Lashes mascara. Like, look at that volume straight away. I love a chunky lash. Like, I love a fluffy lash, but I feel like because my lashes are quite straight, like I really love a very chunky sort of rock and roll lash, and it really does coat like a full 360 degree of your lash, and it's super long wearing as well. Like, I'm quite oily, so I find that a lot of products, even if they are you know, like long wearing, they can break down on me, whereas this, it honestly stays. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't transfer, and you just get such an instant payoff with this as well. Like, look instantly how chunky and insane. I love how people are giving me a countdown now. I'm like gonna be rushing through at the end. I'm gonna go as quick as I can, guys, I promise. And you can really layer this up as well, so feel free to like really build it up. But I don't have time to build it up, so I'm going to move on to the lips and then the finish with the cheeks. And I'm just popping a little bit onto those lower lashes. because it's good to frame the eyes. And then we're going to go on to the red lip, guys. I hope you're excited for this. This is one of my favorite red lipsticks that we do. It's called Scarlet Spell. It's so beautiful. It's such a gorgeous, like, rich shade. It's very, very, very... Oh, thank you. I'm getting flames sent to me in the comments. We like a good flame. Chuck your emojis in. Chuck your emojis in for me, guys. Get me through this last little bit where I've taken too long to do the other bits, so I've not given myself enough time for a red lip. Okay, so red lip. Now, just have to touch on this quickly. Always prep your lip, guys, especially if you're doing a bold or a red lip. I love the Magic Lip Oil. I put it on before I started, and it's just been working its magic on there throughout this this live. So always prep your lip. Lip oil is amazing, but make sure you kind of press it down or pat it off with a tissue so that you don't have any kind of residue on your lip. Then I'm going to take Savage Rose lip liner, and I'm starting from the outer corner, and I'm pulling up into the Cupid's bow. And I really like to kind of overdraw the Cupid's bow a little bit, but what I would always do is make sure that you create more of a shallow Cupid's bow if you're going to do this, because if you leave it too deep, it makes it look quite artificial. So I always sort of shallow out a Cupid's bow. This is like being at Fashion Week, guys, where you have like 30 seconds to do the perfect red lip or liner. Am I going to pull it off? Probably not, but we're going to make it work. So another top tip is to kind of like gently smile, so you get a nice clean line. And then I'm going to do the same on the bottom lip, but always keep your corners really tucked in, even if you overdraw. Yes, guys, you can. I can pull it off. I can do this. So keeping it really nice and tucked in the outer corners, and then overdrawing in the center gives you a really gorgeous heart-shaped look to your lips. And then we're going to fill it as well. So we got to fill the lip, because the lip cheat liners are waterproof. So it means that even if your lipstick wears off, your lip liner is going to stay on. So I tend to just kind of fill the bottom lip, and then I just transfer it onto the top. And check your symmetry, of course, as well. Okay, that's looking gorge. Top tip as well. How long have I got left? Oh, I've got 2 minutes, guys. I could do this. Okay, so what are we going on to now? Lipstick. So I'm going to be wearing Scarlet Spell. Look at that color. It's so beautiful, and I love the packaging. Like, you get these little, it's got like little lipstick kisses on it. It's so beautiful. Such an amazing color for V-Day as well, whether you're doing make night or date night. I'm just going to whack this on straight off the lip, because it's got a square. Oh my god, look at that color, guys. It's because it's got a square into it. It makes it really easy to kind of throw on. Yes, Kane, you go, Glen Coco. Absolutely. Okay, my last top tip with the lip is definitely have a lip brush spare, and then you can go around and clean up the edges if you've given yourself 10 seconds to do a red lip like I have and you want to sharpen it up. And then, oh my god, who is obsessed with this lip color? It is so beautiful. And then I'm just gonna really not utilize my time, but I'm gonna use some of the Happy Berry Hyaluronic Happy Kiss over the top as a bit of extra moisture and gloss to really complement that tone, just to give it a really pretty glossy finish. And then my last step, guys, I've got 1 minute left, so I'm going to really quickly put a blusher on. So what I'm going to do is I'm choosing between Peachgasm and Pinkgasm, but I think that I'm going to go for Pinkgasm. I think Pinkgasm will look really pretty with this look. So this is one of the ones that works really beautifully with those ones that I used to contour at the beginning. I'm just going over the high points of my cheek, and then with my brush, I'm just going to press and blend into it. And it just gives you this amazing, glossy, but very soft. Kylie says her favorite part of makeup is blush. Mine too. Lizzie says, oh, the clock is ticking. I know. I'm going as quickly as I can. I'm pressing it in all over. And look at that. Like, how beautiful is that? It's just gorgeous. Okay, guys, putting my brushes down. I've done it. I made it. I really hope you guys love the look. I think it's so pretty. This is kind of like a modern take, I suppose, on a classic Hollywood look, because it has got a little bit of a deeper lip. But I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And you have filled your shopping bags up with lots and lots of amazing Hollywood-esque products. Thanks so much for sticking with me, and thank you for everyone who was keeping me in check and reminding me of the time as well. But thank you so much, guys. And like I said, follow me on Instagram. It's makeupbyhelenrose_. Definitely tag me in all of your photos. And if you want any advice as well, just give me a message on there. But thank you so much, guys. Lots of love. And I hope you all have an amazing V-Day with either your date or your mate. Bye.